Hello and welcome to our channel. Today we are going on a journey to a beautiful island in Italy called Sardinia. We are going to learn the secrets of the people who live there, who often live to be 100 years old in good health. If you find this information helpful, please consider subscribing for more videos like this. Sardinia is a special place. It's what scientists call a blue zone. A blue zone is a small corner of the world where people live much longer than average. There are only a few of these places on Earth, and Sardinia is one of the most famous. What makes Sardinia truly unique is the number of men who live past 100. This is very rare in the rest of the world. These men are often shepherds, living a life that has not changed for centuries. They live in the mountainous regions of the island, away from the hustle and bustle of modern cities. Their lives are simple, but rich in ways that contribute to their incredible longevity. We have studied these people for a long time. We want to understand what they do differently. And the good news is, many of their secrets are things we can bring into our own lives. You don't need to move to Italy to benefit from their wisdom. We are going to break down their lifestyle into simple, understandable parts. We will look at what they eat, how they move, how they connect with others, and how they view the world. Let's begin by exploring the heart of their longevity, the Sardinian diet. The way Sardinians eat is probably the biggest piece of the puzzle. Their diet is not complicated or fancy. It is based on simple whole foods that they grow themselves or get from their local area. It is a mostly plant-based diet. This means the majority of their food comes from plants, not animals. Let's look at the key foods that power these long-living people. First, let's talk about their bread. It's not like the soft white bread many of us eat today. Their traditional bread is called pane carousel. It is a thin, crispy flatbread made from whole wheat flour. They also eat bread made from barley. Barley is a very special grain. It has a low glycemic index. This is a fancy way of saying it doesn't spike your blood sugar like white bread or sugar does. Keeping your blood sugar stable is very important for long-term health. It helps prevent diseases like diabetes and keeps your energy levels even throughout the day. Think of it like putting a slow-burning log on a fire instead of a piece of paper. The log provides steady heat for a long time, while the paper burns up quickly. Sardinians eat this kind of bread with almost every meal. It provides them with fiber and sustained energy for their active lives. If you want to try this at home, look for bread made from 100% whole wheat or barley. Check the ingredients to make sure whole grain is the first thing listed. Next up are beans and legumes. The Sardinian diet is full of them. They eat a lot of fava beans, chickpeas, and lentils. These are a true superfood. They are an excellent source of protein, which is vital for keeping your muscles strong as you age. They are also packed with fiber. Fiber is wonderful for your digestive system, helping everything run smoothly. It also helps you feel full, so you are less likely to overeat. A typical Sardinian might eat a cup of beans every single day. A cup is about the size of your clenched fist. Imagine having a hearty bean soup for lunch, or adding chickpeas to your salad. This simple habit provides so many nutrients that protect your body. Beans are also very affordable, making it an easy and smart addition to your diet. They are a cornerstone of the diet for people who live the longest, not just in Sardinia, but in all the blue zones. Now let's talk about vegetables. Sardinians are masters of gardening. Most families have a large garden where they grow their own vegetables. They eat whatever is in season. This means their vegetables are fresh, full of flavor, and packed with vitamins. They eat a lot of tomatoes, zucchini, fennel, and leafy greens. Fennel is a vegetable that tastes a little like licorice and is very good for digestion. Tomatoes are rich in something called lycopene. Lycopene is an antioxidant, which is like a little bodyguard for your body's cells, protecting them from damage. Eating a wide variety of colorful vegetables ensures you get a full spectrum of nutrients. The simple rule is to try and eat the rainbow. Have some red from tomatoes, green from spinach, and orange from carrots. A simple Sardinian meal might be a large plate of steamed vegetables drizzled with olive oil. It's simple, delicious, and incredibly healthy. They don't just eat a small side of vegetables. Vegetables are often the main part of the meal. An interesting part of their diet is a special kind of cheese. It is called pecorino cheese. This cheese is made from the milk of sheep that eat grass. This is very different from most cheese we find in the supermarket, which comes from cows that eat corn and soy. Because the sheep are grass-fed, Their milk is very high in omega-3 fatty acids. You may have heard of omega-3s. They are the healthy fats you find in fish like salmon. These fats are very good for your heart and your brain. They help reduce inflammation in the body. Inflammation is a root cause of many age-related diseases. So, this cheese is not just a treat, it's a health food. Sardinians eat small amounts of this sharp, salty cheese. They might grate a little bit over their pasta, or have a small piece with their whole grain bread. A small piece is about the size of your thumb. It adds a lot of flavor, so you don't need much. What about what they drink? Many Sardinians, especially the men, drink a glass or two of local red wine each day. But it's a specific kind of wine called Cannonau. This wine is made from grapes that grow on the island. It has been found to have 2 to 3 times the amount of flavonoids as other red wines. Flavonoids are another type of antioxidant that is very good for your heart. They help keep your blood vessels clean and flexible. Now, this is not a recommendation to start drinking if you don't already. But for those who enjoy a glass of wine, the Sardinian way is to drink it in moderation, with a good meal, and among friends and family. It's part of the social fabric of their lives, a way to relax and connect. They usually drink 1 small glass, about 4 ounces, with their main meal. That's about half the size of a typical large wine glass you might see in a restaurant. What about meat? This is a very important point. In our modern diets, meat is often the center of the plate for every meal. In Sardinia, meat is a special occasion food. They eat meat maybe once or twice a week, and in very small portions. Often it's for a Sunday family meal or a festival. The meat they eat is also different. It comes from animals that have lived naturally, like free-range chicken or pork. By eating meat sparingly, they keep their intake of saturated fat low. This is much better for your heart and your cholesterol levels. Their diet is what we call plant-forward, not strictly vegetarian. The focus is on plants, with meat as a small accent. Try having a meatless Monday. Just 1 day a week without meat can have a positive impact on your health. Finally, let's discuss the fat they use. Their main source of fat is extra virgin olive oil. They use it generously. They drizzle it on their vegetables, their bread, and in their soups. Olive oil is full of monounsaturated fats. These are good fats that help lower bad cholesterol and raise good cholesterol. It's another heart-healthy staple of their diet. Using olive oil instead of butter or other fats for cooking is a simple switch that can make a big difference. Look for extra virgin olive oil, as it is the least processed and has the most health benefits. So, to summarize the Sardinian diet, it's mostly plants. It's whole grain bread and barley, it's a daily dose of beans, it's a rainbow of garden vegetables, it's a little bit of grass-fed sheep's cheese, and a glass of antioxidant-rich red wine. It's very little meat and sugar. It's a simple, powerful way of eating that has been proven to work for generations. Now, let's move on from what they eat to how they move. When we think of exercise, we often think of going to the gym, lifting weights, or running on a treadmill. The people of Sardinia do none of these things. Their secret is constant natural movement woven into the fabric of their daily lives. They don't exercise, they just live active lives. This is a crucial distinction. It's not about short bursts of intense activity, but about low-intensity movement all day long. The classic example is the Sardinian shepherd. These men, who often live to be over 100, spend their days walking. They walk for miles every day, often 5 miles or more. And they are not walking on flat, paved sidewalks. They are walking in the mountains, on steep, uneven ground. This kind of walking is a full-body workout. It challenges their balance, it strengthens their leg muscles, their core, and their bones. Walking up and down hills is excellent for cardiovascular health. It makes the heart work a little harder, keeping it strong and efficient. This daily, low-level strain on the body keeps them fit and resilient well into old age. They don't need a gym membership because their work is their workout. But it's not just the shepherds. Everyone in these traditional Sardinian villages moves naturally. Gardening is a huge part of their lives. Tending to a garden is not easy work. It involves constant bending, squatting, digging, and lifting. These are all natural human movements that we have lost in our modern, sedentary lives. When you bend down to pull a weed, you are stretching your back and your legs. When you carry a watering can, you are strengthening your arms and your core. It's a gentle form of resistance training that keeps the body functional and strong. Having a small garden, even if it's just a few pots on a patio, can encourage you to do more of this kind of natural movement. Growing your own herbs or tomatoes can be a rewarding and healthy hobby. Think about their homes and their towns. Many of the houses in these old villages have stairs. People go up and down stairs multiple times a day. Their towns are often built on hillsides, so a simple walk to the local shop or to a neighbor's house involves walking up an incline. They don't have all the modern conveniences that are designed to save us from physical effort. They knead their own bread by hand, which is a great workout for the arms and shoulders. They wash their clothes by hand. They walk to the church, the market, and to visit friends. They don't hop in the car for a 2-minute drive. All of these small daily activities add up. They burn calories, keep muscles toned, and maintain joint flexibility. It's a lifestyle of perpetual motion. So how can we apply this principle in our own lives? We may not be shepherds in the mountains of Sardinia, but we can find ways to build more natural movement into our day. The key is to avoid sitting for long periods. Our bodies are designed to move. Try to stand up and walk around for a few minutes every hour. If you are watching television, get up and walk around the room during the commercials. When you go to the store, park your car at the far end of the parking lot. This forces you to take a little extra walk. Whenever you have the choice, take the stairs instead of the elevator. Even just 1 or 2 flights of stairs a day can make a difference over time. Consider a daily walk. It doesn't have to be a 5-mile hike. A simple 20 or 30-minute walk around your neighborhood is fantastic for your health. It's good for your heart, your mood, and your bones. If you can, find a park with some gentle hills to walk on. This will mimic the Sardinian shepherd's walk and provide more benefits. Do some light housework or gardening. These activities count as movement. The goal is not to become a marathon runner overnight. The goal is to simply sit less and move more in any way you can. The Sardinians show us that a life of constant, gentle movement is a powerful secret to a long and healthy life. It's not about intensity, it's about consistency. Beyond diet and movement, there is another powerful force at play in Sardinia. It is the incredible strength of their family and community ties. In our modern world, it's easy to become isolated. In Sardinia, that is almost impossible. Their culture is built around a deep commitment to family and a close-knit community. In Sardinia, family is everything. The value they place on family is a central pillar of their society. It is common for multiple generations to live under the same roof or very close by. Grandparents, parents, and grandchildren live their lives together. This creates a powerful support system. The younger generations care for the older ones, and the older generations play a vital, active role in the family. They are not sent away to a nursing home. They are respected, cherished, and kept at the center of family life. This has a profound effect on the health and well-being of the elderly. They have a strong sense of purpose. A grandmother might be responsible for cooking the family meals or looking after the young children. A grandfather might tend the garden and pass on his wisdom to his grandsons. Having a purpose, feeling needed and valued is incredibly important for mental and emotional health. It gives you a reason to get up in the morning. Studies have shown that older adults who feel they have a purpose in life live longer. This constant interaction with younger generations also keeps their minds sharp. They are engaged in daily conversations, telling stories and sharing their knowledge. This is a powerful antidote to the loneliness and depression that can affect many older people. The importance of community extends beyond the family. Sardinian villages are places where everyone knows each other. People spend time together every day. Men gather in the local town square in the afternoon to chat and play cards. Women visit each other's homes to share news and a cup of coffee. There's a strong sense of belonging. If someone is sick or having a hard time, their neighbors will be there to help. This social network provides a huge buffer against stress. Knowing you have people you can rely on makes life's challenges easier to bear. Laughter and companionship are daily medicine in these villages. They celebrate together during festivals, and they mourn together during hard times. This shared life creates a resilient and supportive environment. This strong social connection is a key feature of all the world's blue zones. In Okinawa, they have a concept called a moai. A moai is a group of 5 friends who commit to supporting each other for life. In Sardinia, this concept is just a natural part of their culture. They don't need a special word for it because it's just how they live. The health benefits of this are enormous. Social connection has been shown to lower blood pressure, reduce the risk of heart disease, and even boost your immune system. Loneliness, on the other hand, can be as damaging to your health as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. The Sardinians have instinctively known this for centuries. So how can we cultivate this sense of community in our own lives, which may be more spread out? It takes a little more effort, but it is well worth it. Start with your family. Make an effort to connect with your children and grandchildren regularly. Call them on the phone or use video chat if they live far away. If they live nearby, try to schedule a regular family meal, perhaps once a week. Share your stories and your wisdom with them. Offer to help them in small ways, whether it's babysitting or just offering a listening ear. Find your purpose within your family structure. Look for ways to connect with your neighbors and your local community. Join a club or a group that shares your interests. This could be a book club, a gardening club, a walking group, or a card-playing group. Volunteer for a local charity or at a school. Attend services at a local church or community center. The key is to find your tribe, a group of people with whom you can share your time and your life. Even small daily interactions can make a big difference. Make a point to say hello to your neighbors when you see them. Strike up a conversation with the cashier at the grocery store. These small moments of connection add up. Building a strong social network is like building a safety net for your health and happiness. It's one of the most powerful and enjoyable things you can do to live a longer, better life, just like the people of Sardinia. The final piece of the Sardinian longevity puzzle is their mindset. It's about how they handle stress and their general outlook on life. They possess a certain kind of attitude that is both resilient and relaxed. This mental and emotional state is just as important as their diet or their physical activity. A key characteristic of the long-living Sardinians, especially the men, is a certain temperament. They are often described as having a Sardinian shrug. This doesn't mean they don't care about anything. It means they have a healthy perspective on life's troubles. They don't get overly stressed about things they cannot control. They have a stubborn, almost cynical sense of humor. They can laugh at their own misfortunes. This ability to let things go, to not sweat the small stuff, is a powerful tool for managing stress. Chronic stress is very damaging to our bodies. It raises our blood pressure, weakens our immune system, and contributes to heart disease. The Sardinians seem to have a natural ability to keep stress at bay. They face hardships, just like everyone else. But their response is different. They deal with the problem at hand and then they move on. They don't dwell on negativity. Part of this low-stress lifestyle comes from the pace of their lives. Life in these Sardinian mountain villages is slow. There is a natural rhythm to the day, dictated by the sun and the seasons, not by a frantic schedule. They take time for things. They enjoy long meals with their families. They take a break in the afternoon. This could be a short nap or simply a time to sit in the shade and chat with neighbors. This daily pause helps to reset the nervous system. It's the opposite of the rushed, always-on culture that many of us live in. By building moments of rest and relaxation into their day, they avoid the buildup of chronic stress. They value leisure and laughter as essential parts of a good life. They also have a strong sense of purpose, which we touched on with family. This plan de vida, as it's called in another blue zone, is a powerful motivator. For the shepherds, it's caring for their flock. For the grandmothers, it's caring for their family. This sense of purpose provides a direction and meaning to their lives, especially in old age. It keeps them engaged and forward-looking. They are not just passively waiting for time to pass. They are active participants in their lives and their communities. This contributes to a positive outlook and a sense of self-worth. So how can we cultivate a more Sardinian-like mindset? First, we can work on our response to stress. When you feel yourself getting anxious or upset about something, take a moment to pause. Ask yourself, how much will this matter in a week, in a month, in a year? Often, the things we worry about are temporary. Try to cultivate a sense of perspective. Practice letting go of small annoyances. Laughter is also a great medicine for stress. Watch a funny movie, read a funny book, or spend time with people who make you laugh. Look for the humor in everyday situations. We can also try to slow down the pace of our own lives. This can be a challenge, but it's possible to carve out moments of rest. Try to schedule a short break in your afternoon. Don't eat your meals in a hurry in front of the television. Sit down at a table, even if you are eating alone. Savor your food and take your time. Protect your downtime. Make time for hobbies and activities that you enjoy and that relax you. This could be reading, listening to music, spending time in nature, or simply sitting quietly. Finally, think about your own sense of purpose. What gets you out of bed in the morning? If you are retired, this is especially important. Your purpose doesn't have to be some grand, world-changing thing. It can be simple. Your purpose could be tending to your garden. It could be volunteering at the local library. It could be mastering a new recipe. It could be being the best grandparent you can be. Find something that gives you joy and a sense of contribution. Having a reason to wake up, a positive outlook, and a low-stress approach to life are the invisible threads that weave together the long, healthy lives of the Sardinians. Now that we have explored all the secrets of Sardinia, let's put it all together. Let's create a simple, practical guide on how you can start to bring a little bit of Sardinia into your own home, starting today. The key is not to change everything at once. That would be overwhelming. The secret is to make small, sustainable changes that you can stick with over the long term. Consistency is more important than perfection. Let's start with your diet. Here are 2 simple changes you can make this week. First, try Meatless Monday. Just 1 day a week, make your meals entirely plant-based. You could have oatmeal with berries for breakfast, a big lentil soup for lunch, and pasta with vegetables and a tomato sauce for dinner. This one small change will increase your intake of fiber and plant nutrients and reduce your intake of saturated fat. Second, make the bean challenge. Try to eat half a cup of beans every day for a week. Remember, half a cup is about the size of a standard light bulb. You can add them to salads, soups, or have them as a side dish. This is one of the single most powerful habits of the world's longest living people. Now for movement. Let's add some gentle, natural movement to your daily routine. First, commit to a 20-minute daily walk. It doesn't have to be fast, just get out and move your body. If the weather is bad, you can walk around a shopping mall or even just march in place at home while listening to music. The important thing is to do it every day. Second, find ways to sit less. Set a timer to remind you to stand up and stretch every hour. When you're on the phone, stand up and walk around the room. Instead of sending an email to someone in your house, get up and go talk to them. These small bursts of activity interrupt long periods of sitting and are very beneficial. Next, let's focus on community and connection. First, make a connection call every day. Pick one friend or family member to call just to chat for a few minutes. This simple act can strengthen your social bonds and combat loneliness for both you and the person you call. Second, find a tribe. Look for one local group you can join. It could be a senior center, a church group, a hobby club, or a volunteer organization. Go to one meeting. See how it feels. Putting yourself in a situation where you can meet new people is the first step to building a stronger community around you. Finally, let's work on our mindset. First, practice a Sardinian shrug once a day. The next time you feel a small annoyance, maybe you're stuck in traffic or someone is rude to you, take a deep breath and consciously decide to let it go. Say to yourself, "This isn't worth my peace," and move on. This is a muscle that gets stronger with practice. Second, identify your purpose for the day. When you wake up in the morning, think of one small thing you want to accomplish that day that will bring you a sense of satisfaction. It could be as simple as baking a loaf of bread, weeding a corner of the garden, or finishing a chapter of a book. Having a small, clear goal can frame your day with positivity and purpose. Remember, the Sardinian way of life is not a strict set of rules. It is a holistic approach where all the pieces work together. A healthy diet makes you feel more like moving. Moving and connecting with others improves your mood. A positive mood makes it easier to handle stress. Start with 1 or 2 of these small changes. Once they become a habit, you can add another. Over time, these small streams of change will merge into a powerful river of health and well-being. You have the power to create your own little blue zone, right where you are. It is a journey of 1,000 miles that begins with a single, simple step. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey to Sardinia today. I hope you found this information inspiring and practical. The wisdom of these long-living people teaches us that a long, healthy life is not about finding a magic pill. but about embracing a simple, balanced, and connected way of living. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more, please subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell so you don't miss our future videos. Please remember, I am not a medical doctor. The information shared in this video is based on extensive research into the blue zones and my experience in helping people with diet and lifestyle changes. You should always consult with your own healthcare provider before making any significant changes to your diet or exercise routine. They can provide advice that is tailored to your specific health needs.